All right, so Think and Grow Rich.
Hmm.
You want the inside scoop on this legendary book without having to wade through all the pages, right?
Right.
I feel you sometimes a deep dive with a friend is way more fun than going solo,
Yeah,
especially with a book this impactful.
for sure.
We're talking about Napoleon Hill's masterpiece here.
Yeah,
The culmination of decades spent interviewing giants of industry,
absolutely.
like Thomas Edison and Henry Ford.
Huge names.
This isn't just some get-rich-quick scheme.
No.
It's a blueprint for success that's stood the test of time.
It really has.
What's fascinating is how Hill goes beyond surface-level advice.
Yeah, he dives into the psychology of achievement,
Oh,
a mindset that applies whether your goal is financial wealth, creative mastery, or anything in between.
Okay, so it's about rewiring your thinking for success.
Yeah.
Where does Hill say we even begin?
He starts with this concept of burning desire.
Burning desire.
Not just wishing for something,
Okay.
but being absolutely consumed by it.
Really?
Think of Edwin C. Barnes.
Edwin C. Barnes.
This guy was so determined to work alongside Thomas Edison
Alongside Edison.
that he talked his way into a menial job at Edison's company,
Oh, wow.
knowing it was just a stepping stone.
Really?
And guess what?
What?
Barnes hustled,
Okay.
proved his worth,
Uh?
and eventually became Edison's business partner.
Wow.
Talk about turning a burning desire into reality.
That's dedication. Look, I've got to be honest, sometimes my burning desire feels more like a flickering candle flame.
Uh-huh.
How do we turn up the heat, so to speak?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
Hill would say the intensity of your desire is directly proportional to your belief in its possibility, which leads us to his next principle,
Oh, okay.
faith.
Faith.
And before you think we're getting all religious here,
Right.
Hill's definition is more about an unshakable belief in yourself and your ability to achieve your goals.
Okay, so we're talking about self-confidence, right? But believing in yourself when you're facing a mountain of a challenge,
Yeah,
that's easier said than done.
absolutely.
Yeah,
It's a practice, not a switch you flip.
I see.
But think of it this way.
Okay.
Hill was way ahead of his time.
Really?
His concept of faith aligns with what we now know about visualization and the power of positive thinking.
Wow. Okay.
Our thoughts really do shape our reality.
It's true.
He even has this powerful line in the book.
Oh.
Our minds will always try to turn our beliefs into reality, whether they're positive or negative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a bit mind-blowing, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
If we're constantly doubting ourselves, we're basically setting ourselves up for failure.
Yeah.
But if we can cultivate that unwavering belief,
Exactly.
then you're feeding your mind the fuel it needs to propel you forward.
Right.
And this is where Hill introduces a technique he calls auto-suggestion.
Auto-suggestion.
Now, I know the word sounds a bit technical,
It does.
but it's basically a fancy term for positive self-talk.
Okay.
Wait, so just repeating positive statements about my goals can actually make a difference?
Uh-huh.
That sounds almost too simple. Does
Yeah.
it really work?
Hill believed it was a powerful tool for reprogramming the subconscious mind. And modern science actually backs this up.
Oh, wow.
We know that repetition and visualization can literally change our brain's neural pathways.
So cool.
It's like training your mind to focus on success, making those positive outcomes more likely.
So it's not just wishful thinking. There's a real science to it.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see how these principles are building on each other.
Yeah.
We start with a burning desire,
Yes.
fuel it with unshakable faith,
Right.
and then use autosuggestion to keep our minds focused on the goal.
Precisely. It's a formula for creating the right mental environment for success.
Powerful stuff.
But Hill doesn't stop there.
Oh.
He understood that even with the right mindset, we can't achieve great things in isolation.
You're talking about the Mastermind Principle, right?
Yes.
This is where things get really interesting.
It is.
Hill argues that surrounding yourself with the right people is crucial for reaching your full potential.
Exactly.
And he wasn't just talking about casual networking.
No.
A true mastermind group, as Hill describes it,
Yes.
is like a fusion of brilliant minds.
Absolutely.
He uses this vivid image.
Yeah.
When two or more minds come together with a shared purpose, they create a kind of third mind with more power and insight than any individual.
Powerful image.
So it's more than just having cheerleaders on the sidelines.
For sure.
It's about collaborating with people who inspire you,
Yes.
challenge you, and help you see your blind spots.
Absolutely.
Kind of like having your own personal advisory board, but with way more heart.
That's a great way to put it.
Thanks.
Hill was convinced that iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
The right mastermind group provides support, accountability,
Okay.
and a collective energy that amplifies individual strengths.
This is making me think about the people I spend the most time with.
Are they lifting me up or holding me back?
Good question.
I'm guessing Hill would say choosing your mastermind members wisely is just as important as choosing your goals.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He'd probably encourage you to reflect on who those key people are in your life.
Yeah.
Are they pushing you to grow, offering constructive feedback, and celebrating your wins?
Right.
Or are they stuck in negativity, doubt, and a fixed mindset?
All right, I'm getting the message. Ditch the energy vampires
Uh-huh.
and surround myself with people who are on the same wavelength, striving for growth and success.
That's the spirit. But remember, even with the best mastermind in the world, there will be bumps in the road.
It's true.
Which brings us to another crucial principle. Persistence.
Okay, persistence. I have to admit, this is where I sometimes struggle.
Yeah.
How do you keep pushing forward when you're facing setbacks, doubt,
Uh-huh.
and the temptation to just give up?
Hill was adamant that persistence is the ultimate differentiator between those who achieve their dreams and those who fall short.
Oh, wow.
Think of Henry Ford. Henry Ford.
He faced countless obstacles and naysayers while building his automobile empire,
He did.
but he refused to quit.
What a guy.
He saw setbacks as temporary detours, not dead ends.
Ford's story is incredibly inspiring, but how do we cultivate that level of never give up attitude?
Yeah.
Is it just about willpower? Because sometimes my willpower runs out like a phone battery on 1%.
It's more than just willpower.
Okay.
Hill believed persistence is a combination of desire, faith, and a clear vision.
So you need all three.
When you're truly passionate about your goal, deeply believe in its possibility, and can vividly picture what success looks like,
Uh-huh.
giving up simply becomes less of an option.
I see what you mean. The stronger those three elements are, the less likely you are to be deterred by obstacles.
Exactly.
It's like having a mental anchor that keeps you steady in the storm.
Exactly. Hill understood that the path to success is rarely a straight line.
That's for sure.
It's full of twists, turns, and unexpected challenges.
So,
But the ability to persist through those challenges, fueled by desire, faith, and a clear vision, is what ultimately leads to victory.
okay, I'm starting to see how all these principles fit together like pieces of a puzzle.
Yes.
We're building a foundation for success here, brick by brick.
That's a great way to put it.
What's next?
Well, there's one more crucial piece to this foundation that we need to explore.
Oh.
The power of the subconscious mind.
Okay, the subconscious mind, I've heard that term before, but I'm not sure I fully understand it.
Hill believed the subconscious is like a vast reservoir of untapped potential, a force that can either work for us or against us, depending on how we engage with it.
Wow.
It's the part of our minds that operates below conscious awareness,
Okay.
influencing our thoughts, feelings, and actions in ways we don't always recognize.
So it's like a hidden control panel running in the background.
Exactly.
Shaping our reality without us even realizing it.
And here's the kicker. Hill believed we can actually reprogram our subconscious minds by consciously feeding them positive thoughts, images, and affirmations.
Wait, are you telling me we can train our subconscious minds like we train a muscle?
In a way, yes. By consistently focusing on our goals, visualizing success, and affirming positive beliefs,
Uh-huh.
we can gradually reshape our subconscious to be more aligned with what we want to achieve.
That's both empowering and a bit daunting.
It is.
If our subconscious minds are so powerful, we better be careful what we're feeding them.
Exactly. That's why Hill stresses the importance of awareness and intentionality. We need to be mindful of the thoughts, beliefs, and images we allow into our minds because they directly impact our subconscious programming.
Yeah.
Remember that line from earlier?
Which one?
Our minds will always try to turn our beliefs into reality. Well, this is where the rubber meets the road.
This is incredible stuff. We've covered so much ground already. Burning desire, unshakable faith, the power of autosuggestion, the importance of a mastermind group, the resilience of persistence. Now, this whole concept of the subconscious mind, it's clear that Hill's philosophy is a lot more than just a set of tips.
It is.
It's a holistic approach to rewiring our thinking for success.
You're getting it. And we're just scratching the surface.
Oh, wow.
There's still so much more to unpack from Think and Grow Rich.
I can't wait.
But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's pause for a moment and reflect on what we've learned so far.
I love that idea. Taking a moment to really digest these principles before moving on.
Yeah.
And I'm curious for you listening, what's standing out to you? Is there one principle that resonates more than others?
That's a great question for self-reflection. because even just understanding these principles is a step in the right direction.
It's true.
But the real magic happens when we start applying them to our own lives, no matter how big or small the action might seem.
That's so true. Even small, consistent steps can lead to incredible transformations over time.
Absolutely.
It's all about building momentum.
Exactly. And with that in mind, I think we're ready to dive into the next layer of Hill's wisdom.
Lead the way. I'm ready to see what other treasures Hill has in store for us.
Okay, so we've laid the groundwork with desire,
Right.
faith,
Uh-huh.
autosuggestion,
Yeah.
the power of the subconscious mind,
For sure.
and the importance of surrounding yourself with the right people.
Yes, but I'm guessing there's more to Hill's recipe for success, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, the guy interviewed hundreds of successful people.
You did.
He must have uncovered some less obvious ingredients as well.
You're absolutely right. Hill's philosophy is multi-layered.
Okay.
And as we delve deeper,
Yeah.
we uncover even more fascinating insights.
Like what?
For example, he talks about the importance of specialized knowledge.
Specialized knowledge.
He'll believe that general knowledge, while valuable,
Uh-huh.
is not enough to achieve true success. You need to cultivate deep expertise in a specific area.
So it's not enough to be a jack of all trades.
Mhm.
You need to be a master of one.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like, if I need brain surgery, I'm not going to go to my dentist, right?
Right.
I want a neurosurgeon who's dedicated their life to mastering that specific field.
Precisely. Hill would say you want that brain surgeon who not only has the knowledge,
Yeah.
but who's also constantly pushing the boundaries of their field, seeking out new techniques and advancements.
So they never stop learning.
He believed that true wealth and achievement
Yeah.
come from developing a deep understanding of a specific area
Uh-huh.
and then using that knowledge to create value for others.
Okay, so it's not just about accumulating knowledge. It's
Right.
about applying it in a way that makes a difference.
Exactly.
But how do we even go about acquiring that specialized knowledge in the first place?
Yeah, that's the question.
Is it all about formal education?
While formal education can be a great foundation, Hill believed it was only one piece of the puzzle.
I see.
He emphasized the importance of experience, mentorship,
Okay.
and ongoing learning.
Interesting.
It's about immersing yourself in your chosen field,
Mm.
studying the best, seeking out mentors, and constantly pushing yourself to expand your knowledge and skills.
So it's like a lifelong apprenticeship,
Yeah,
constantly honing your craft and becoming a master of your domain.
exactly.
Love that.
It's empowering
It is.
because it means that success isn't just limited to those who went to the right school
Right.
or had certain advantages.
Exactly. Hill's message is that anyone, regardless of their background, can cultivate specialized knowledge and achieve great things.
I agree.
It comes down to passion, dedication, and a willingness to put in the work.
Absolutely.
Okay. Specialized knowledge check. What else did Hill discover in his research on successful people?
Well, this is where things get really exciting.
Oh,
Hill believed that knowledge alone isn't enough.
it's not.
You need another key ingredient,
Which is
imagination.
imagination. Okay. I'm intrigued. But wasn't Hill a pretty practical guy?
He was.
How does imagination fit into his success formula?
He was practical, but he also understood the power of the human mind to create something new, something beyond what currently exists.
I see.
He even distinguishes between two types of imagination.
Oh, really?
Synthetic imagination,
Aesthetic imagination.
which involves combining existing ideas in new ways,
Okay.
and creative imagination,
Creative imagination.
which taps into a deeper source of inspiration.
So synthetic imagination is like remixing a song,
Yes,
taking familiar elements and creating a fresh sound.
exactly.
And creative imagination is like composing a whole new symphony from scratch.
Yes,
Channeling something totally original.
that's a fantastic analogy. And Hill believed both types of imagination were crucial for success.
Both are important.
He argued that we need to be able to both rearrange existing knowledge in new ways and tap into that deeper wellspring of creativity to truly push the boundaries of what's possible.
This is making me think of all the groundbreaking inventions and discoveries throughout history.
Yeah,
None of them would have happened without imagination, right?
exactly. From the invention of the wheel to the development of the internet.
Wow.
Every advancement started with someone imagining something that didn't yet exist.
That's true.
And Hill believed we all have the potential for imagination.
We do.
But like any skill, it needs to be cultivated and practiced.
But how do you actually practice imagination? It's not like you can just sign up for Imagination 101 at the local community college.
Well, maybe someday.
Uh-huh.
But in the meantime,
Yeah.
Hill suggested various techniques for stimulating imagination.
Oh.
Things like brainstorming,
Uh-huh.
meditation, spending time in nature, exposing yourself to inspiring art and music,
Right.
and even just carving out time for quiet reflection.
So just creating space.
It's about creating space for those aha moments to emerge.
So it's about being intentional, about feeding your mind with inspiration
Yeah.
and creating the right conditions for those creative sparks to fly.
Right.
I love that.
It reminds me
Yeah.
that we're not just passive recipients of information.
Right.
We have the power to actively shape our own thoughts and ideas.
Exactly. And when you combine that creative power with specialized knowledge and a clear vision, that's when things start to get really interesting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But Hill would also say that even the most brilliant ideas are useless without a plan of action.
You're talking about organized planning, right?
Yes,
This is where Hill's practicality really shines through.
it does.
It's like you've got this amazing blueprint in your mind.
Uh-huh.
Now you need a detailed construction plan to bring it to life.
That's the perfect analogy. Hill was adamant that having a well-defined plan
Okay.
is crucial for turning dreams into reality.
So true.
He believed in setting clear goals,
Uh-huh.
breaking those goals down into smaller steps, and then developing a strategic roadmap for achieving each step.
Okay, so we're talking about creating a step-by-step guide to success.
Yeah.
Almost like a project management plan for your dreams.
Exactly.
But I have to admit, I'm not always the best planner.
Really?
Sometimes I get so excited about an idea that I just want to dive in head first without thinking things through.
I understand that feeling.
Hmm.
But Hill would probably caution against rushing into action without a clear plan.
That makes sense.
He saw organized planning as a way to avoid costly mistakes.
Yeah,
Stay focused on your priorities
right.
and track your progress along the way.
Okay.
It's like having a GPS for your journey to success,
Oh, I like that.
helping you stay on course and navigate any detours that might arise.
Okay, I'm starting to see the value of having a solid plan.
Good.
It's not about stifling creativity.
Right.
It's about channeling that energy in a focused and effective way.
Exactly.
But isn't there a danger of getting too bogged down in the planning process? What about the importance of taking action and not just endlessly strategizing?
That's a great point.
Thanks.
Hill was all about taking action,
Yeah.
but he believed that action without a plan is often wasted effort.
Oh, okay.
It's like setting off on a cross-country road trip without a map or a destination in mind.
I see.
You might end up somewhere interesting,
Uh-huh.
but it's unlikely you'll reach your desired destination.
So it's about finding that sweet spot between planning and action,
Yes,
having a clear roadmap, but also being willing to adjust course along the way.
exactly. And Hill understood that even with the best plan in the world,
Huh.
you'll likely encounter unexpected challenges and opportunities.
That's for sure.
That's why he emphasized the importance of being flexible,
Okay.
adaptable,
Right.
and willing to learn from your experiences. It's not about rigidly sticking to the plan no matter what.
I get it.
It's about using it as a guide while also being open to new information and insights.
This is making me think about the importance of feedback, both from ourselves and from others.
Mhm.
You'll probably believed that getting input from your mastermind group is crucial during the planning process, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hill was a huge advocate for collaboration
Hey,
and leveraging the collective wisdom of your mastermind group.
I can see that.
He believed that no one achieves great things in isolation.
Right.
We need the support, insights, and different perspectives of others to help us create the best possible plans and navigate the inevitable challenges that arise.
This is reminding me of that old African proverb.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to go fast, go alone.
Uh-huh.
If you want to go far, go together.
I love that.
Hill seems to be echoing that sentiment.
He definitely was. And speaking of going together,
Yeah.
there's another aspect of organized planning that Hill emphasized.
Okay.
Teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
It does.
But putting together a winning team, that's an art form in itself.
It is.
What were Hill's insights on building and leading a high-performing team?
He believed it starts with selecting the right people. Individuals who not only possess the necessary skills and experience,
Okay.
but who are also aligned with your vision and values.
So it's not just about finding talented people.
Yeah.
It's about finding people who are a good fit for the culture you're trying to create.
Right.
People who are passionate about the mission
Yeah.
and who will work well together.
Exactly. Hill was big on shared values and a sense of purpose.
I see.
He also believed that effective leaders delegate responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
empower their team members,
Right.
and foster open communication.
Yeah.
It's about creating an environment where everyone feels valued, respected,
Mm-hmm.
and motivated to contribute their best work.
So it's about leadership, not just management. Inspiring and guiding people towards a shared vision,
Yes.
not just barking orders and micromanaging every
It's-
detail.
Hill understood that great leaders inspire,
Yeah.
motivate,
Mhm.
and empower their teams to achieve extraordinary results.
Okay, so we've got specialized knowledge,
Yeah.
the power of imagination, organized planning, and the importance of teamwork.
Yes.
Priya?
This is quite the toolkit for success.
It is, but I'm sensing there's still another crucial element missing.
You are.
Am I right?
You're definitely picking up on something. All these principles are important,
Okay.
but they can only take you so far without one more crucial ingredient:
Okay.
decision.
Decision.
Hill believed that the ability to make clear, decisive choices is essential for success.
Okay, I can relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I get so caught up in overthinking and analyzing every option
Yeah,
that I end up paralyzed by indecision.
that's a common struggle,
It is.
and Hill had some insightful advice for overcoming it.
Oh, really? What's that?
He suggested setting clear deadlines for making decisions,
Hmm.
gathering all necessary information,
Okay.
but not getting bogged down in endless research,
Right.
and most importantly, trusting your intuition.
Trusting your gut feeling.
Yeah.
Isn't that a bit risky?
Well-
What if my gut leads me in the wrong direction?
Yeah. Hill believed that our intuition is a powerful source of wisdom that often knows the right path, even when our logical minds are still weighing the options.
Oh, wow.
But he also acknowledged that intuition isn't foolproof.
Right. Of course.
He emphasized the importance of being willing to learn from our mistakes,
Yeah.
adjust course as needed,
Makes sense.
and not let the fear of failure hold us back from making decisions.
So it's about finding that balance between trusting your intuition and being open to feedback, learning from your experiences, and course correcting as you go.
Exactly.
It's like being a captain navigating uncharted waters.
Mm.
You need to trust your compass, but also be willing to adjust your sails based on the winds and currents.
That's a perfect analogy. And Hill's emphasis on decisiveness is especially relevant in today's fast-paced world.
It's true.
The ability to make quick, informed decisions
Yeah.
can be the difference between seizing an opportunity and watching it pass you by.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have...
We've explored the importance of specialized knowledge, the power of imagination, the need for organized planning, the magic of teamwork,
Absolutely.
and the crucial role of decision-making.
That's a lot.
Hill's framework is so comprehensive.
It truly is. And what's amazing is how all these principles work together,
Yeah.
building upon each other to create a holistic approach to success.
I love it.
We start with a burning desire.
Uh-huh.
Cultivate faith in ourselves.
Right.
Use auto-suggestion to program our minds for success.
Okay.
Then tap into specialized knowledge and imagination to turn those desires into concrete plans.
Yeah.
All while surrounding ourselves with a supportive mastermind and a talented team.
Wow.
And throughout the journey, we make decisive choices, persist through challenges,
Right.
and continually learn and adapt.
It's like we're building a success engine, with each principle adding a crucial component.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there's one more fascinating and perhaps the most intriguing aspect of Hill's philosophy that we need to explore.
Really?
It's the element that he believed could truly unlock our highest potential.
Okay, I'm on the edge of my seat. What is this mysterious final piece of the puzzle?
It's the principle he calls the sixth sense.
The sixth sense.
But we'll dive into that in the next part of our deep dive.
All right, folks, stay tuned because things are about to get really interesting. All right, we've journeyed through desire, faith, auto-suggestion, the subconscious mind, specialized knowledge, imagination, organized planning, teamwork, and the power of decisive action.
It's a lot.
It's like we've assembled this incredible toolkit for success.
We have.
But you mentioned there's one final piece to Hill's puzzle.
Yes.
Something he called the sixth sense.
Right.
Now, I have to admit, that sounds a bit mysterious.
I know.
Almost like something out of a superhero movie. It does have a bit of mystique around it.
Yeah.
But Hill wasn't talking about supernatural abilities.
No.
He saw the sixth sense as a culmination of all the other principles.
Yeah.
A heightened state of awareness and intuition
Hmm.
that emerges when we're fully aligned with our purpose
Yes.
and actively applying those principles in our lives.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's not like a separate skill you can just download or learn overnight.
Right.
It's more like an advanced level that you unlock after mastering the foundational principles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hill describes it as a spiritual faculty.
Spiritual faculty.
But he wasn't referring to religion.
Okay.
He saw it as a connection to a universal source of wisdom and guidance, an intuitive knowing that goes beyond our rational minds.
So it's like tapping into a deeper level of understanding.
Yes.
A gut feeling that guides you towards the right decisions and actions.
Exactly.
But how do you know when you're accessing this sixth sense?
That's a good question.
What does it actually feel like?
Hill describes it as a hunch, an inner voice, or a flash of insight that seems to come out of nowhere. It's often accompanied by a deep sense of certainty,
Okay.
even if you can't logically explain why you feel that way.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like those moments when you just know something is right,
Right.
even if you don't have all the evidence to back it up.
Exactly.
I've definitely experienced that in my own life, especially when making big decisions.
Hill believed those intuitive nudges
Uh-huh.
are often the sixth sense at work,
Oh, wow.
guiding us towards our highest good.
Yeah.
But he also emphasized
Yeah.
that it's not about passively waiting for those flashes of insight.
So you can't just sit around.
No, you need to be active.
Okay.
It's about actively developing our other faculties,
The other principles.
our desire, faith, specialized knowledge, imagination, and so on.
Mhm.
The more we cultivate those qualities, the stronger our sixth sense becomes.
So it's like strengthening a muscle.
Yes,
The more we use our intuition, the more finely tuned it becomes.
exactly.
But I'm still curious, are there any real-life examples of people using the sixth sense to achieve success? It all sounds a bit abstract.
Hill was convinced that many of the great inventors, entrepreneurs, and leaders throughout history tapped into their sixth sense,
No, wow.
even if they didn't call it that.
Interesting.
Think of someone like Steve Jobs,
Steve Jobs.
who was famous for his intuitive sense of what consumers wanted,
Mm,
even before they knew it themselves.
yeah.
Or consider the countless stories of entrepreneurs who took a leap of faith on a seemingly crazy idea that turned out to be a massive success. Hill would argue that those weren't just lucky breaks.
Right.
They were often the result of people trusting their intuition, that inner voice guiding them towards groundbreaking innovations.
Wow. Those examples really bring the concept to life.
They do.
It's like you prepare the ground with hard work, knowledge, and planning, but then you also need that intuitive spark, that willingness to trust your gut and take a leap of faith.
Exactly. Hill believed the sixth sense is the bridge between our conscious efforts and the infinite possibilities that exist beyond our limited understanding.
That's stupid.
It's the element that allows us to tap into a flow of wisdom and guidance that can lead us towards incredible breakthroughs and achievements.
This is so inspiring. It's like Hill is saying that we all have this incredible potential within us.
Yeah,
This ability to connect to something greater than ourselves and achieve things we might not even believe are possible.
that's the heart of his message. Think and Grow Rich is ultimately a book about unlocking our full potential and creating a life of abundance and fulfillment.
It sounds amazing.
And while the journey requires effort, persistence, and a willingness to challenge our limiting beliefs,
It's not always easy.
he'll believe the rewards are beyond measure.
Well, there you have it. We've explored the key principles of Napoleon Hill's classic,
Yeah.
from the foundations of desire and faith to the power of the subconscious mind, the importance of specialized knowledge and imagination, the effectiveness of organized planning and teamwork, the decisiveness to take action, and finally, the mysterious and potent sixth sense.
What a ride.
It's been an incredible journey through the mind of a man who dedicated his life to understanding the secrets of success.
It really has.
And remember, it's not about blindly following a set of rules or trying to replicate someone else's path.
Right.
It's about taking these principles, experimenting with them, and finding what works best for you.
Absolutely.
It's about embracing the journey of self-discovery and growth.
I agree.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with one final question to ponder. What is one small step you can take this week to apply one of these principles to your own life?
That's a great question.
Maybe it's setting a clear goal, writing down a positive affirmation, or reaching out to someone who inspires you.
Good ideas.
Remember, even the small actions, when done consistently, can lead to incredible results over time.
That's so true.
So keep thinking, keep growing, and keep trusting your intuition.
Until next time, keep diving deep.